All right, y'all, what is up? It is time to lock in because quiz 1 is here and we are not about to let any brain rot get in the way of a dub. Okay, so quiz 1 just officially dropped on Canvas. It's going to cover the first 3 chapters and yeah, it's kind of a big deal. But for real, don't even stress because we're about to walk through everything you need to know to make this an easy W. Wow. First things first, you gotta know this quiz is worth 10% of your entire grade for the semester. That's a huge chunk. We're talking the difference between passing and failing, or like 6, 7 other things. Seriously though, no cap, this one matters a lot. Okay, listen up. Here are the key details straight from the professor. First, there is no class on Monday, September 22nd or Wednesday, the 24th. The quiz itself is due Sunday, September 28th at 11:59 p.m. sharp. It covers chapters 1, 2, and 3, and once you hit that start button, the clock's ticking. You've got 75 minutes. Bet. And check this out. This right here is a massive W. The prof made this thing fully open book. That means no creepy lockdown browser watching you. You can take it on your phone, your laptop, whatever you want. This is an absolute game changer, y'all. All right, let's get into the actual content review. First up, chapter 1. This is all the foundational stuff, like what even is psychology? So, the official textbook definition is the scientific study of behavior and mental processes. And the keyword there is scientific. This isn't just about, vibing and guessing what people are thinking. It's a legit science, bro. Okay, you absolutely have to know the difference here. A theory, that's the big picture idea, the overall explanation for something. A hypothesis is basically a vibe check for your theory. It's a really specific, testable question you ask to see if your big idea is actually legit. If you only remember one thing from this entire chapter, please make it this. Correlation is not causation. Just because two things are happening at the same time doesn't mean one of them caused the other. They might just be vibing together for a totally different reason. No cap. So, quick question. If correlation can't prove that one thing causes another, what can? There's only one research method that can actually do it, and that's a true experiment. That's the only way you can say for sure that A causes B. All right, on to chapter 2. This chapter is all about the hardware, the biology behind everything. We're talking brain, nerves, the actual machinery that lets you think and feel. And at the very center of it all, you have the neuron. Think of it like the brain's little messenger. It's like the text message of your nervous system. It fires off these little electrical and chemical signals to pass information from one spot to another. Pretty wild. So your whole nervous system is basically split into 2 teams. You've got the central nervous system, the CNS, that's the command center, the big boss, just the brain and spinal cord. Then you have the peripheral nervous system, or PNS. That's the whole network of nerves out in the field, carrying messages from the body back to the boss, and carrying orders from the boss back out to the body. Now for this quiz, your brain has like 6, 7 important parts you need to know. Okay, fine, it has way more, but these are the big ones. The amygdala, that's your fear and aggression center. The hippocampus is the memory maker. And the frontal lobe, that's the CEO of your brain, handling all the planning and decision making. Pub quiz. What's the name of that chemical messenger, the neurotransmitter, that's all about pleasure and movement, and is the one that's missing in Parkinson's disease? That would be dopamine. Easy points right there. All right, let's roll into the final chapter for this quiz, chapter 3. This one is all about how we actually experience the world around us. It's about the difference between just, seeing stuff and actually understanding what you're seeing. So this is the main idea right here. Sensation is just the raw data coming in. The light hitting your eyes, the sound waves hitting your ears, that's it. Perception is what happens next. It's your brain taking all that raw data, organizing it, and actually making sense of it all. Here's another way to think about it. Sensation is like having a bunch of raw ingredients just sitting on the kitchen counter. Perception is your brain stepping in, deciding to let them cook, and turning all those random ingredients into an actual meal. And your brain does this in 2 main ways. There's bottom-up processing, which is when you build your understanding piece by piece from the sensory info, and then there's top-down processing, which is the opposite. You use your past experiences and what you expect to see to interpret what your senses are telling you. All right, last knowledge check for you. Let's say you're looking at a door as it opens. The actual shape hitting your eyeballs is a trapezoid, right? But your brain knows it's a rectangle. What do we call that? That's called shape constancy. Okay, we've burned through the content. Now let's talk strategy. This quiz being open book is a huge advantage, but you gotta have a game plan if you really want to secure the W. Look, to really crush this, you have to be ready before you start. First, get your notes and slides organized. Second, Control+F or Command+F on a Mac is your absolute best friend for searching notes fast. Third, know the basic definitions so you're not wasting time. And fourth, for real, find a 75-minute block of time where you know you won't get interrupted. All right, you've got the knowledge, you've got the strategy, you are absolutely going to go eat this thing. Let's just do one last super fast recap of the most important stuff. Lightning round, let's go. Chapter 1, Psychology is a real science and correlation does not equal causation. Chapter 2, Neurons are your body's messengers and you gotta know CNS versus PNS. Chapter 3, Sensation is the data coming in, perception is your brain making sense of it. And just remember, this quiz is a W, not an L. You are set up to win. Bad! You got this, bro. Schedule your 75-minute block. Use your notes, and knock out quiz 1 before Sunday, September 28th at 11:59 p.m.